Wow. Did you know that the land we call India wasn't always where it is today? In fact, 90 million years ago, it was a giant island hurtling across the ocean at record-breaking speeds. How on earth did an entire subcontinent pull off a move like that? Let's dive into the incredible geological journey of India, a story of continental breakups, volcanic fire, and the birth of the world's tallest mountains. Our story begins about 130 million years ago. Imagine a massive supercontinent called Gondwana, which included what we now know as Africa, South America, Antarctica, Australia, and India, all cozied up together. But deep beneath the Earth's crust, immense forces were at play. The supercontinent started to crack and pull apart. Around 90 million years ago, a massive chunk of land, including India and Madagascar, finally broke away from Africa. For a little while, India and Madagascar were connected, but not for long. The rifting continued, and India set off on its own epic solo journey northward. Now, this wasn't just a leisurely cruise. Geologically speaking, India was a speed demon. While most tectonic plates move at a snail's pace, about the speed your fingernails grow, India was racing north at an astonishing 15 to 20 centimeters per year. This incredible speed is one of the fastest plate movements ever recorded. Think about that for a second. An entire landmass, millions of square kilometers in size, was literally sprinting across the ancient Tethys Ocean. What could possibly have been powering this super-fast continental drift? Scientists believe it was a combination of forces, including a powerful plume of hot mantle rising from deep within the Earth, pushing India along its path. As India continued its northward dash, something truly spectacular and devastating began to happen. Around 66 million years ago, just as the dinosaurs were meeting their fiery end, India drifted over a massive volcanic hotspot. This wasn't just one volcano erupting. This was a colossal outpouring of lava on a scale almost unimaginable. This event created what we now call the Deccan Traps, a gigantic region in west-central India covered in thick layers of solidified flood basalt. The eruptions were so immense that they lasted for thousands of years, spewing out over 1 million cubic kilometers of lava. That's enough lava to cover the entire United States in a layer several meters deep. These eruptions pumped massive amounts of gases like sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, drastically changing the global climate and likely contributing to the extinction of the dinosaurs. It was a world-altering event, and India was right at the heart of it. But India's dramatic journey was far from over. The real showstopper was yet to come. After traveling over 6,000 kilometers from its starting point, the Indian subcontinent finally approached its destination, the massive Eurasian plate. Around 50 million years ago, the collision began. This wasn't a sudden crash, but a slow, relentless grinding of two colossal tectonic plates. The immense pressure of this continental collision had nowhere to go but up. The rock and sediment that had been sitting on the sea floor of the Tethys Ocean were squeezed, folded, and thrust skyward. This monumental geological process was the birth of the Himalayas, the world's highest and youngest mountain range. Have you ever wondered why we find marine fossils, like shells and ancient sea creatures, high up in the Himalayas? It's because those rocks were once at the bottom of the ocean, pushed up to the roof of the world by this incredible collision. The force was so powerful that the Indian plate is still pushing into the Eurasian plate today, causing the Himalayas to continue to grow taller by a few millimeters every single year. This ongoing collision is also the reason why the region is so seismically active, with frequent earthquakes as the plates shift and grind against each other. The creation of the Himalayas didn't just change the landscape, it fundamentally altered the climate of the entire region and beyond. The towering mountain range acts as a massive barrier, blocking cold, dry winds from the north and trapping moisture-laden winds from the Indian Ocean. This interaction is the engine that drives the South Asian monsoon, the seasonal rains that are the lifeblood for billions of people. Without the Himalayas, The climate of India and much of Asia would be completely different, likely far more arid and inhospitable. The mountains created a rain shadow, leading to the formation of the arid Tibetan Plateau to the north, and on the southern side, they channeled water into some of the world's mightiest rivers, the Indus, the Ganges, and the Brahmaputra. These rivers, born from Himalayan glaciers, have carried silt and sediment down from the mountains for millions of years, depositing it across the plains of northern India. This created the incredibly fertile Indo-Gangetic Plain, one of the most densely populated and agriculturally productive regions on the planet. The very soil that feeds hundreds of millions of people is a direct gift from the mountains that India built. So, when you look at a map, you're not just seeing land and water. You're seeing the result of an epic geological saga, from a speeding island to a volcanic wasteland, and finally to a continent-crushing mountain builder. India's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. But the story doesn't end there. The geological forces that shaped India are still active today. The Indian plate continues its slow but steady push northward. The Himalayas continue to rise, and the seismic tension continues to build. Geologists are constantly studying this dynamic region to better understand earthquake risks and predict future geological events. The deep structure of the Earth beneath India holds many more secrets about how our planet works, from the processes that drive plate tectonics to the formation of supercontinents. And it's not just about rocks and plates. This geological history is deeply intertwined with human history. The mineral wealth of the Indian subcontinent, from the diamonds of Golconda to the iron and coal that fueled empires, is a direct result of these ancient geological processes. The mountain passes of the Himalayas shaped trade routes and migration patterns, while the great rivers nurtured the rise of ancient civilizations. The very land upon which India's rich and diverse culture flourished was forged in fire and crushed into existence by forces beyond our comprehension. So, the next time you think of India, don't just picture its vibrant culture, incredible food, or bustling cities. Picture the land itself, geological marvel that has traveled halfway across the globe, survived cataclysmic volcanic eruptions, and single-handedly built the roof of the world. It's a story written in stone, a testament to the immense power and breathtaking beauty of our planet. What part of India's geological story do you find the most amazing? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey through deep time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures into our world's incredible history. See you next time.